Why do baseball managers wear the same uniforms as their players? Basketball and hockey coaches wear business suits on the sidelines. Football coaches wear team-branded shirts and jackets and often, those ill-fitting pleated khakis. So why are baseball managers the only guys who wear the same outfit as their players? According to John Thorne, the official historian of Major League Baseball since 2011, it goes back to the earliest days of the game. Back then, the person known as the manager was the business manager, the guy who kept the books in order and the road trips on schedule. Meanwhile, the guy we call the manager today, the one who arranges the roster and decides when to pull a pitcher, was known as the captain. In addition to managing the team on the field, he was usually also on the team as a player. For many years, the manager wore a player's uniform simply because he was a player. There were also a few captains who didn't play for the team and stuck to making decisions in the dugout, and they usually wore suits. With the passing of time, it became less common for the captain to play, and on most teams they took on strictly managerial roles. Instead of suits proliferating throughout America's dugouts though, non-playing captains largely hung on to the tradition of wearing a player's uniform. By the early to mid-20th century, wearing the uniform was the norm for managers, with a few notable exceptions. The Philadelphia Athletics' Connie Mack and the Brooklyn Dodgers' Burt Shotton continued to wear suits and ties to games long after it fell out of favor, though Shotton sometimes liked to layer a team jacket on top of his street clothes. Once those two retired, it's been uniforms as far as the eye can see. The adherence to the uniform among managers in the second half of the 20th century leads some people to think that MLB mandates it, but a look through the official Major League rules doesn't turn up much on a manager's dress. Rule 3.03, subsection A, Part 1, says that all players on a team shall wear uniforms identical in color, trim, and style, and all players' uniforms shall include minimal 6-inch numbers on their backs. And under the rulebook's definition of terms, a coach is described as a team member in uniform appointed by the manager to perform such duties as the manager may designate, such as but not limited to acting as base coach. While the rulebook gives a rundown of the manager's role and some rules that apply to them, it doesn't specify that they're uniformed. Further down, Rule 4.07, under security, says that no person shall be allowed on the playing field during a game except players and coaches in uniform, managers, news photographers authorized by the home team, umpires, officers of the law in uniform and watchmen or other employees of the home club. Again, nothing about the managers being uniformed. All that said, the definition of the bench or dugout is the seating facilities reserved for players, substitutes, and other team members in uniform when they are not actively engaged on the playing field, and makes no exceptions for managers or anyone else. While the manager's duds are never addressed anywhere else, this definition does seem to necessitate, in a roundabout way, that managers wear a uniform, at least if they want to have access to the dugout. And really, where else would they sit?